Aloha, guys. Welcome. It is the Doorman again. Open the door with the EBL Little Cup final roundup. Now, this one is on time. I do apologize about last week's semifinal one not being up on time. I have no excuses, just an apology asking for everything. But we have the Texas Lobratars versus the Miami Tees, two finalists with Little Cup logos. Still think that's very funny and very cool how that happened. The battle starts off with Varum and Impidimp, and then with the Varum coming out instead of Tarantula, it throws off Texas because it's expecting it to use First Impression and Sticky Webs, which then Texas is like, okay, I need to switch out of here because Varum is super effective against me in more ways than one, which then leads Texas to go into Clauncher. It takes an Iron Head from it, and then Miami's like, okay, it might be super effective against me, so then it switches out to Tarantula, while Clauncher is able to get a Water Pulse in, and then Tarantula is able to do really massive damage with First Impression, but Clauncher manages to take it out before he gets Sticky Webs can be set up or anything. Chessman then comes out to take care of the Clauncher and try to use Trailblaze on it to raise the speed, but then Texas swaps out to Glimmet, eating the move because it is a poison type and everything, and with Trailblaze being a physical attack, sets up the Toxic Spikes and everything. Miami responds really well with going back into Varum, being poison and steel types, gets rid of the toxic debris no matter what, and then also at the same time with Glimmet trying to use Sludge Wave on Chespin, going into Varum, takes no damage at all from anything. Varum then gets taken out from a Mud Shot from the Glimmet, which then Miami then sends out Palmy. Palmy and Glimmet both have a base speed of 60. And as far as I understand, if both trainers invested in a speed nature, I know my Glimmet was in a speed nature. If Miami did a speed nature for Palmy, then Glimmet won the speed tie because there's no EV training, there's no nothing, it's straight IVs and everything. So Glimmet managed to win the speed tie, which was unfortunate for Palmy, as then it was taken out for a Mud Shot before it could use Dig. Mankey then came out, terrestrialized into a flying type to get stabbed from acrobatics, and with how the EBL works and everything, with no held items, acrobatics does double damage, so with the terror typing, it does massive damage to the Glimmet, which doesn't quite take it out, which is unfortunate, because then Glimmet is able to set up as Stealth Rocks, and because of Toxic Debris gets up another layer of Toxic Spikes, making it to where instead of just Poison Spikes, it's now Toxic Spikes, but then it is able to knock it out next turn. Ghastly then comes out, tears into an Electric type to make sure there's no more weaknesses for it, outspeeds the Mankey, uses Thunderbolt on it, destroys the Mankey, and then with Charcadet and Chespin weak to Sludge Bomb, and then Charcadet getting poison from the Toxic Spikes, getting double damage from Hex. Ghastly is able to clean up the rest of Miami's team with a 6-1 in favor of Texas. Only thing I have to say about this fight is that I believe both trainers did everything really well. Maybe if anything, he was able to give the Sticky Webs up, maybe more things would have happened because then he would have been outspeed and stuff like that, but it just didn't happen, unfortunately, for Miami to get the Sticky Webs up. I know for myself, I had very much fun with this Little Cup. I hope with EBL gets to do more Little Cup stuff like that, and I do know if there is anything else I do for the channel, I do apologize for the lateness on a few things, and I will definitely try my best next time if anything does happen. If not even a Little Cup, even just other stuff like that. I love EBL and I love doing this stuff right here, and I cannot wait for Season 6. And with that, I'll see everybody next time.